bolts.
I can't go home with this.
Disappointed with the symmetry on that medal.
Yeah, it's just a bit off to the side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Throw it down there, John.
Now coming up. Dylan O'Donovan asks who scored my match, and the rash guard is
There you go. Really?
There you go. That's what the crowd says.
There you go.
Favorite Irish walkout song? Question mark. Didn't hear many of them. I'm notoriously deaf. Shout out Mario DiTofano. Great commentary, he says. Okay, here we go.
Give us a stripe me belt, Chris. That was the next thing he said.
Yeah, he needs to wait 3 years for the stripe, mate. Black belt now.
Did he get his black belt?
Got his black belt a while ago.
Oh, sorry, I actually didn't know that. That's my bad.
And he recently got signed for his pro MMA
Seen that.
debut.
That's going to be a good one.
Shout out Big Marzo.
So originally we were meant to be treated to John Fleming versus Irisney. John Fleming unable to make it, but he knew from quite a distance out. So luckily they got another man from the northwest of the country to step in. Recently promoted to black belt after winning Masters Europeans at brown belt earlier on in the year.
Yeah, he's no slouch. Is Dedovs. I've seen him fight a couple of open weight divisions as well, and I've seen him take out a couple of big boys. He's very confident on the feet, and trained with him as well. This is a number of years ago now, but I remember him being more than a handful. That was the same day William Timoney triangled me from close guard about 8 times at my own seminar.
Oh.
Thanks for that, Timoney, if you're watching. Still haven't forgotten about that.
I think we just heard a great comment from the Donegal base corner there. Plant the house, was it? Plant the house, huh?
Lockdown. Haven't seen a lockdown in a minute. Is he on the Kimura here?
He is on it as well. Galera is such a submission-based grappler. I've heard from the people who've competed against him quite a lot that it's just intense, round after round.
Dedovs doing well to straighten out the arm there. Needs to get his left thumb to the ceiling here, and then it's
just nearly there.
There he goes. Oh, he's back into the pocket though. Is Irisney? Oh. The lockdown and the Kimura here. This is a half guard cocktail we're being treated to here.
Like something out of a jiu-jitsu textbook from the 2000s, Chris.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the oldies that are the goodies. Gets a nice roll out of it. Dedovs does well to get back on top. Needs to pass with his head here. Nice underhook here again from Irisney, flattened out, but I'd say he's happy with that high underhook. We may see him use that now shortly. He's got both underhooks here. If he could pop in a little left butterfly hook. I'm not sure if that's his style though. I can't see if he's still on the lockdown. Probably is. Yeah, he is. Now this is an old school treat.
Double unders from the lockdown.
Double unders, lockdown, and then the go-to from here in the 10th planet vernacular.
Vaporizer.
You have to hit your whip up first.
Oh, do you?
Got to hit your whip up.
Before the vaporizer?
I think so, yeah, because
electric chair is another sweep from there, yeah.
Your whip up is your foot in the door to all of those techniques. So your whip up is when you get them there. You bring them up with the knees over the head, and then access to the calf crush, access to the...
With the exception of the man who once was vanquished by Chris Leddy, PJ Barch.
No. Once was almost vanquished. And then bet the snot out of me for the rest of the round.
They really need to catch a grip of themselves, to be honest. They're grown men. And they behave like children. But
look at this opposite side underhook is a great way to kill this position. The lockdown, though, is going to be a tricky nut to crack.
Yeah, but that wouldn't want to be sitting under that shoulder pressure. I can tell you that much.
Nor I. Now, Irisney does have access to a big knee lever sweep to his left here. Be a great time to try to take the balance to his left. Dedovs right.
Chris, do you know the way you've called me an encyclopedia here?
Yes.
I also remember a lot of obscure things that I've read on the internet at one point.
Go ahead.
I believe at one point you were very critical about a lockdown, saying like you just raise your heel
Yeah, it's
many years ago.
yeah. If you can just pull your heel to your butt, a lot of the time, the position is just undone. But now
You've since maybe changed your
yeah,
ways.
I perhaps had only encountered a beautiful pass to the mount here. This is big news here because,
We're 5 minutes in,
yeah, this big pressure.
and if we assume the Kimura happened in the first 3 minutes, and now a direct pass to Mount is happening in the second quarter, second third of this match.
I wouldn't score that particular Kimura as obviously a submission attempt, but I wouldn't score it in the same way as I would score this pass to the mount.
Yeah,
The
fair enough.
Kimura did lead to a sweep.
Yes.
Incorrect, because Dedovs came on top at the end of that sequence. But yeah, again, it's hard to say what the judges prefer. Is it the positional dominance, advancing positions, or is it the hunting for the submissions?
It's also something that we haven't heard from your mouth yet, so for those with the bingo cards at home, I will say champagne grappling,
Yeah.
which is a Chris Leddy special.
No, this is more, and I mean this with full compliments, this is more can of Guinness grappling.
Yeah.
Just,
Packet of Tato in a pub.
yeah, this is beautiful
This is
stuff. Pass to
before
the
the
mount.
smoking ban in a
Yeah,
pub
yeah,
grappling.
yeah.
This is beautiful.
Look at the grapevines here from the mount, putting a lot of pressure on. Myself and yourself don't have the chest for a mother's milk or a smother choke there, but our producer to the right has probably
He's
tapped a
doubled
few
the
people
mass.
with them
Yeah.
pecs, has he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It doesn't look like that's what Dedovs is going for here. He's just kind of draining Irisney with a little bit of pressure here.
He seems to be quite happy from here, but it's also down to the fact that Lima has his arm coming across the hip here, right in front of us, the left arm coming across the hip. He's also, Chris, you can't see it on the other side, but he had a strong overhook on the far side against the arm while in the mount. So it was-
Did Irisney?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I think that was a good move from Dedovs to keep the hands joined, but to transition to the side control gives him a chance to go back knee on belly, back mount, show a bit of action without really giving up any control. Something I stress a lot to my students in the no-gi is if you can get a chance to join your hands as the top person like that, just don't open it. Great attempt here, great escape there. Needed a show of strength, did Lima.
And I feel like we're going to see spammed submission attempts here from Lima. But Igor has got himself back into the position that got him the pass to the mount to begin with.
Yeah.
And what a treat it would be for him to hit an identical pass now in the third quadrant.
Absolutely.
Third quadrant? No, quadrants are fourths.
Third.
Third.
Look at this. This is a lovely bit of. This is champagne half guard work, right? So Dedovs on top is trying to open his right elbow to protect against any possible
Underhook.
any possible wedge sweep towards us. And before we saw this transition to the underhook, Irisney had been kind of clamping down on that, trying to keep it in close. Really needs to move. I'd love to see a butterfly hook here on the left side from Lima, although he does love this
The
lockdown.
butterfly, I often find that people don't trust themselves in swapping to the butterfly. Now, obviously, two black belts here, so they trust themselves in their positions. But because he's already in the lockdown, he'd need the right leg to be clamping the calf before he swapped. Oh, we've also got an arm trapped on the far side here that we cannot see, Chris. Galera's arm is caught between the hamstring and the calf.
Really?
On the other camera, those at home,
That's
those up
him
on the
going for the
screen
electric
there.
chair. But so in a situation like this, it is absolutely crucial that Dedovs does not release the crossface on the top. That crossface, left arm, right now is
It's not even a crossface, it's an underhook by the look.
even better near side underhook. But that stop of Irisney's head going towards the hips. This would be same for a deep half, same for a...
We're seeing big effort in Irisney's face here on the big screen to our left.
Needs more off balances towards us if he wants to get a little more action on that. Here we go though. Beautiful stuff. There's that near side underhook.
There's the pass.
A lot of people would be sleeping on that near side underhook, you know. Especially Nogi, almost better than the other underhook.
Oh my God.
He's going for a little chest compression.
I've been on the end of a few of these. We have a lad. Oh, we have a lad who calls it the tackle, where he then reaches back on the leg as well.
Yeah.
Compresses. What, John? John needs to use the little boys' room for a moment, so he's leaving. So I'll jump into the hot seat here.
Great match.
Your winner by unanimous decision, Igor Dedovs!
So there it is. We move to 12-5 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches remaining. So